Everybody, it's Catherine. Welcome to my channel where I'd like to talk all things beauty and fragrance. It's springtime and going to be Mother's Day in a few weeks, and what better way to celebrate your mom than to adorn her with a new fragrance. So tonight I'm going to be talking about two fabulous fragrances for spring, both by Byredo. One, La Tulipe, and the other is Inflorescence. Though both are very light floral fragrances, they definitely have different personalities. Inflorescence, to begin with, my first impression with Inflorescence reminded me of the Oceanside in North Carolina, where you have the salty sand taste in the air, but yet there's also a floral aura. It's a very attractive fragrance. It's very light, and it does dissipate fairly quickly. I don't think it's going to have much, it doesn't have a lot of body to it. It's more a fragrance that you're going to experience personally, and then those that are intimately close to you or maybe wave to you as you pass by, but it's not one that's going to like fully embrace the room. Or give you a strong scent trail. How Byredo differentiates the two is La Tulipe is tulips come up in early spring. So La Tulipe is, tulips meaning spring has sprung. So gardens are coming to life, and there's a lot of bold colors and clear cut shapes, and that's the imagery that Byredo gives you for La Tulipe. Whereas Inflorescence is more spring at its end, is gardens in their peak form. So a wild blooming garden when it's in its dramatic moment of peak bloom. The notes are carefully selected so that they intertwine in a honey and floral combination, never deserting the spring theme for a moment. So to start with Inflorescence, the top notes are pink freesia and rose petals. The middle notes, lily of the valley and magnolia, and then the base is fresh jasmine. To be completely honest, I don't smell one note more than the other. I think when it opens, you definitely do smell those fresh rose petals, like when you're smelling a fresh rose and like the pink petals, how they have that sweetness to them. That's definitely that I smell. Now that I've been wearing it for a bit, I smell the lily of the valley, I smell the freesia, I smell the jasmine, I smell the magnolia, but they're all intermixed. It's sweet and soft like a floral breeze, if that gives you an idea. It's not a super strong, it's not super sweet. It seriously is like walking through a garden and you're smelling the roses and you're getting the waft of the magnolia and the waft of the jasmine. It's a very light, airy, for lack of a better term, laundry-ish scent. Inflorescence is a celebration of the awakening of nature, the beginning of spring for 2013, versus La Tulipe. My first experience when smelling La Tulipe, I smell, it reminds me of lilac. In Illinois, outside of Chicago, they have like a lilac festival, and you go there and you just smell these lilac bushes blooming in this intoxicating garden-like way, and that's what La Tulipe reminds me of. Inflorescence was released in 2013 versus La Tulipe, which was released in 2010. Named La Tulipe, it's a flower reminiscent morning dewy gardens, and like I said, the first flower that opens in the springtime. The tulip has become a symbol for rebirth in spring, so he wanted to create a fragrance around the concept. It opens with cyclamen, freesia, and rhubarb. The middle notes are tulip, and the bottom is blonde woods and vetiver. La Tulipe is much sweeter. It's a little bit more, it's slightly stronger than Inflorescence. Again, I smell strong of lilac, but lilac actually isn't even a note in it, so I think I'm smelling the mix between the tulip and the freesia. feel the longer you wear it, the more the sweeter it gets. And again, that clean floral. Having worn the La Tulipe for a bit, I can definitely smell the vetiver now. The dry down is definitely the sweet vetiver. Just wanted to add that in there. And to be honest, in the imagery that Byredo gives you, I would completely flip the two. I think Inflorescence smells much more the beginning of spring with its soft florals and the freshness, the coolness of the air kind of dissipating the smell of the garden a bit. It's lighter, it's breezier. It reminds me of, like I said, North Carolina with the floral trees there. La Tulipe is again stronger, it's sweeter, which makes me think more of gardens that are more in full bloom and they're starting to get ripened, and so the scent of the flowers is stronger and a bit more potent. Again, since it is stronger, it does have a bit more of a body. It carries a bit more. It seems to last a bit longer, at least on my skin. Personally, if I was going to choose between the two, I would probably go the Inflorescence route, just because, I mean, I've said a million times, I am a beach lover, and it reminds me of the gardens on the coast, as opposed to La Tulipe, which is also a very lovely and springy fragrance. It maybe just has a different mood to it, being that it does have that stronger, bolder floral aura about it. So again, the first fragrance I went over was Inflorescence by Byredo. The second was La Tulipe by Byredo. Both beautifully delicious, light, floral, airy scents. You wouldn't go wrong with either fragrance. Both are very light and sweet and floral. I'd say I prefer Inflorescence, and then 5 minutes later I prefer La Tulipe. So if you're buying a fragrance for a woman or for yourself and you're wanting just a light, everyday, beautifully sweet and fresh floral fragrance, Byredo, Inflorescence, and La Tulipe are definitely ones that you should check out. The neat thing about La Tulipe right now is they're doing, I don't know if this is going to be ongoing or not, but they're doing, right now you can get different colored caps for the top. I think there's one that's like a carnation pink, and there's another that's like a periwinkle purple, which is kind of pretty and a little different. The other thing with La Tulipe, I don't believe that this is an option for Inflorescence, but looking at the Byredo page the other day, you're able to get travel vials of 3 of the fragrances for $120. And so if there's other Byredo fragrances that you're wanting to try or that you already enjoy, you could get one. You get to pick which 3 you want of some of the more popular Byredo fragrances, and La Tulipe was an option. So if you wanted to try it, see how you liked it before you commit to the large bottle, that's an option. I love going that route because I am just, I've been called fickle when it comes to fragrances, but I think I just am eclectic, and I like, I just like to immerse myself in different fragrances. So it's easier for me to get the travel size or the rollerball versions. It's cheaper, and then I can afford more and get to experience more fragrances. So again, my name's Catherine. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Please make sure that you hit subscribe and the like button, and I hope to see you soon. Oh, both fragrances also were created by Ben Gorham, which is the name behind the Byredo line. All right, thanks. Bye-bye. Visitor. Again, my name's Catherine. This is Gracie. If you liked the content of this video, I would very much appreciate it if you would hit the like button. It really helps me and my channel out. If you enjoyed the content of this video and you'd like to learn more about fragrances or different beauty products that I try, I would be honored if you would join my family and subscribe. And also hit the notification button so you can be alerted when I do post my new videos.
My nose is real itchy.
Your nose is itchy. Let me itch that for you.
Really tickles.